We're back with a fresh episode of What's in the Box. Come see what they've saved for us this week. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Emily.
Always great to see you.
Great to be here.
Are you ready to talk some watches?
I am.
I am too. I know my favorite part of this is actually got to be the wrist checks. That includes you guys at home. Be sure to let us know what you are wearing while watching. We've loved some of the recent
There's been some good ones
feedback. Yeah, you guys are big fans of a variety of brands. There was some really cool, a Gerard Perregaux copper 38 millimeter I saw the other day. Nice. The Katana from our good friend who watches every week. Thank you for your feedback on that. But then of course we've got Batmans and you've got Sprites. It seems like GMT is a fan favorite across the board.
GMT's always a winner.
That's just what you guys have been wearing. You want to see what we're wearing? I sure do. What do you got on today?
One of my favorites. Milgauss. This is the Z Blue variant. I like them all.
I like that one, but you've made me fall in love with the white dial.
White is my favorite. I am gonna say the white's my favorite. But this one's grown on me a lot. White used to be kind of hands down my favorite, and now, man, I wear this one a lot.
Looks good on you.
It's good.
It's surprising,
Thank you.
Especially size-wise. I always picture you in these bigger watches, but this one's definitely...
It's good. It's not small. It's a nice shape, and I think it's very wearable.
It's fun. Can I say that?
It is fun. It is fun.
It's fun.
Yeah. What do you got on today?
Kind of a classic Emily watch. You see this date? So this is from the 2000s. I've worn this actually before, but it's the gold. It's yellow gold, of course. It's 36 millimeters, the smooth bezel, which I'm not like typically a big wearer of. But you pair this with this chapter ring that's on the dial, man, and the ivory. They're not
I was gonna say, I know you like
super ivoryed yet, but they're kind of in that in-between.
But they're not that stark white,
No, for a 2000s watch, this one has a lot of vintage
clean. I like
character.
the smooth bezel on that one. I think it looks really clean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually think the hour markers in those kind of long, elongated sticks kind of like play into the hands and everything else that goes into it.
Yeah.
It's a very me watch, but also it's kind of a not me watch in certain ways. So it's a fun one to pull out.
I like it, yeah. A little different, but not too different.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, well, those are our wrist checks. You know what this show's all about. We get to peruse a few of the freshly delivered packages that came off the truck. Our team saves them for us. They do, and I'm sure today is no different. So if you are ready, I'm ready to cut one open and see what we've got. Let's bring our box over. What? 2 today? Did you know this?
I did not.
2. This is the first time we've ever had 2.
This is the first time we've ever had 2.
I'll give you the opener.
Okay. Well,
do you want to do one at a time?
Yes.
Okay, let's do one at a time. Wow, these are heavy too. Okay. We'll set this one off to the side for a bit. 2!
Right,
I can't get over this. Okay.
I know what's
Does this
going
mean
on
that they're both amazing, or does this mean that they're not quite? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Let's get into this one
first.
Let's do
this.
Let's see.
This is exciting.
Yeah. 2. This is special. This is a special day.
This is our first time doing 2. Get some clarification on exactly what that means here very soon.
Slight spoiler alert already.
Brand? Rolex.
No! You're already wrong.
Okay.
Okay, it's an Omega. Any guesses while I get into it?
I mean, I really enjoy seeing Speedmasters, but it's a new box. It's not gonna be, I love a Railmaster. And I haven't seen one in a minute.
Yeah, that's true. It's not something
Maybe
we see
it's one
all
of the
time.
James Bond ones. Are you low?
There's lots of good options.
I could.
Let me see. Okay.
Okay. Let's just do a Seamaster.
It is a Seamaster.
Really?
Yes, but it's not just any Seamaster, and I won't make you guess which one because we'll be here all day.
Yes, we will.
It is a very special Seamaster.
Planet Ocean?
It is the Planet Ocean Ultra
Ultra
D.
D.
Yes. So this
Wait, you have like loved this watch.
I do love this watch.
I have not really fallen in love with it yet, but
Okay.
I haven't seen one really in person yet.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
This is titanium, no?
Yes, it's titanium.
Stop it. Look at that. Honestly, that is a beautiful package.
So this is a really interesting watch. That's part of the reason I love it, because I think there's just so much going on. It's so interesting. So if you don't know, this is the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean Ultra Deep. Ultra Deep because it's their deep dive watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the bottom of the ocean.
How far does this one go?
So this one goes to 20,000 feet.
Get out. 6,000 meters?
Yes, 6,000 meters, which, I mean, it's hard not to, but I like to compare it to the deep sea, right? Yeah. So the deep sea goes down to like, what, 3,900 meters, I think, 3,800 meters, something like that. So this is, you know, more than 1.5 times, like approaching 2 times the depth of Rolex's deep sea. And it was actually part of the 5 Deeps expedition, which, if you're unfamiliar, it was this expedition to dive to the 5 deepest oceans in the world. And it has the record for having the deepest manned dive, which was just under 11,000 feet, I think, which is crazy. So yeah,
we both dive, so we understand that that is not something
This
small.
is like new levels, new territory here. I'm gonna show you the case back as well, because
is it a part of that?
It is.
Oh wow!
See, it has the symbol for that on the back, and then it has the concentric rings. That's a nod to like the sonar used and the way that, you know, the waves span out. Just really interesting design. I think it's really nicely put together. There's a lot of other features on here. If you notice, when I take the NATO strap off, you see it's a fixed lug.
Yep, very unique.
Which is really unique. I like it. Kind of reminds me of the FXD territory, right?
Yeah.
Where it's purpose-driven watch. It's meant to be on a strap, and you can't put it on a bracelet if you wanted to, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, if you notice the lugs, they have they call it like a manta design, and when you see it, I'm sure you can tell why, right? Again, it's really cool. They could have had it. They could have had it straight. Plus, it gives you, if you need to get the strap in there, it's another little option. But I just think there's so many cool things about this watch. It's a titanium case.
I was gonna say, this thing is 45.5.
45.5 millimeters, which again, let's compare it to the Rolex Deep Sea, which is 44 millimeters.
Yep.
Also, this one is 18.1 millimeters thick, which is thick. It's a big boy. Rolex's is 17 something, so it is a little bit thicker. It's a titanium case, like I said. It's a sandblasted titanium case, which I love the finish. It's so smooth, it's clean. It has a brushed ceramic bezel.
That bezel looks beautiful.
Yeah, and then...
You know what I love though? Those blue hour markers.
Yes, so the blue, part of it is I love this color combination, the blue and the gray. I just think it's just really slick looking.
It's very water-centric.
Yeah, it is. And it has, you know, the blue accent running through the NATO, which I think is really nice. Yeah, let's...
The strap is good, honestly. Like you pulled it out, and I said this whole package just works without even knowing the details. So I'm glad that you were here to give it a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just such a fun watch. And you notice on the buckle, you can see that it has that same manta design, which it's just nice that it's very thoughtful, very put together.
It's growing on me. I like it. I'll try it on my wrist after you, but
it's a big watch.
Yeah, it is.
If you can't do a big watch,
for good reason.
It's out. But exactly, I mean, it's being titanium. It really saves a lot of weight, which is nice. So it is a large size, but it's not overly heavy. I mean, you can feel it. Try it on.
I will. 45.5. This might be one of the biggest ones that I've ever put on. Okay. But again, if I'm diving, there's reason for this. And wow, you're not kidding. The titanium is pretty great. Yeah. I mean, we're not in the yellow gold deep sea here. We're in the titanium ultra deep, aren't we?
It has the opposite of like when you pick up like a platinum Daytona or something, and it feels much heavier than you expect for the size. This has the opposite effect, where I feel like it's lighter than I expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it'll be over a wetsuit, and you know, it's a tool watch. It's made for diving to the deepest places on Earth. And it did. So there's a reason that it's built the way it is. And I think wearing it on your wrist every day outside of that environment is kind of special and kind of unique.
Wow.
And I just think it's a really interesting watch, and I love it.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with your knowledge, always, but it's not surprising to me that you have these facts handy, but I'm impressed with this watch. This is a full package, aesthetically, but also functionally, and then wearing it. I actually really like it on my wrist. This makes me want to dive.
It's nice. It's one of those it's definitely not for everyone, right? Just the size will alienate some people, and that's okay. I like uniqueness, and this one brings a lot of it to the table. So
fun.
Super interesting watch. I'm really glad that they pulled it aside.
Me
and
too.
We got to share it with you guys.
It's a surprise. I didn't think that this would have been in the package, clearly by my guess, but nonetheless, it's good.
It does have my gears turning on what is in
package
the
number
other
2.
box.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Put that one back, and I am happy to open this one. All right. Okay. I guess I will have the honors of opening this one today.
You want to get into the second one? Okay.
Kind of like having two. This is quite the box. I thought that one was big. Oh my, this is a big box. I don't think this is Rolex either. Okay, let me get your spoiler. Lots of packaging.
Tell it's not Rolex.
Yeah, it is not.
It is not.
No Rolex day. Well, I guess our wrist checks took care of that. Whoa, this feels like my son.
For you.
There's a few more to get through. 1 second.
Patek Philippe.
Patek, what could it be? There's some easy ways to go at this. But what do we have? I love this box.
Can I comment on Patek's box? Probably my favorite box in all of watches.
Oh, yeah.
I think they are so gorgeous.
These have a similarity to a degree.
Again, yes, this Omega box, very nice as well. Every time I see one of these boxes, I'm just enamored with how gorgeous they are.
Yeah, I'd probably keep this
I will
one.
let you get to it.
Okay.
Should I guess? You want to take a look?
Go for it. What do I see? What do I see? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Guess. If you guess this, you're crazy. Crazy awesome.
I want to take...
There's not a lot of avenues to go here, I don't think.
I know. I wanted to take the low-hanging fruit and say it's a Nautilus, but judging by your reaction...
I love a Nautilus.
I will say it's a special... Let's say it's like a Nautilus chronograph.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Cast that wide net.
Honestly, even more unique. No. We have an Aquanaut, but not any Aquanaut. Look at this. This is the loose, I believe. Wow. The 5267. I forget the numbers after it, but whoa, there's stickers on this. This is uncut.
Brand new. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, even cooler. Let me move this off to the side.
I understand why there's two boxes now, right?
Do you?
Both of these, yes.
One for me, one for you.
Well, that's amazing, right? Like if I was the one tasked with picking the best watch that came in to share, I don't know that I could choose between these two. So it makes sense that there's two, and I'm really glad there is. This is a really interesting watch as well.
This is. I have to be honest with you. I do not know a ton about the Aquanaut, but what I do know is that this specific version, the loose, loose means light in Italian.
Sure.
So anyway, this is stainless steel case. You've got this green rubber strap, a la the Aquanaut. Green dial as well. This is a newer iteration, if I remember correctly. This is 38.8 millimeter case. So this one is a little bit bigger. I know that there's an updated movement in this as well from the previous generation or version, but what a cool watch. We're going light today.
Yeah, so the thickness on these is always something that really
fascinating,
gets me.
Right?
Yes, they're so thin and so comfortable. I mean, you put it on your wrist. It's gonna be hard. You have to.
Sorry, watch. I love you.
You have to just kind of lay it on there because.
Yeah, but how cool is that? Honestly, not everything comes into us unworn, right? That's the beauty of pre-owned. A lot of times they've been pre-loved to a degree, but this is not.
All original hasn't. I mean, it has been one. The strap isn't even put together, cut to size. So.
Right. Someone will get very lucky.
This is the most it could have been worn. Gorgeous. I love it. I love the grain.
There's 48 diamonds on this bezel, which actually do kind of make this unique to me. I'm so used to the simpler version, right? And most of the times I see this in black, or I guess the recent orange version as well, but I love this. I know that this loose also comes in white and ever rose as well, which is really pretty.
It is really pretty.
I don't know which one I like more. Honestly, now that this one's on my wrist, I've had the other one on my wrist a few times. I love this one. I like this a lot.
This is very unique. I've seen the white one several times.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
The green, I don't think I've seen it in the wild at all either. I don't know that you want to see this on your wrist, but.
I just want to see it up close and admire it. I really like this green. This is so good. For me, the diamonds are not really my personal style.
But you know what? I like that they're on the bezel and not on the dial. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I like that I get the numbers on the dial. So there's what, Arabics?
Yeah. And it still has the loom plots.
Yes, yeah, you do.
It's not replaced with the diamonds.
You still get a lot of those functional pieces of what you'd want in a watch. Price point on this definitely is a little high for steel and a rubber watch, if I'm allowed to just be super candid here. You know, it's just under...
They're very popular right now.
Yes, it's just under 50,000. So this is...
diamonds are adding to that cost.
You get that luxury aspect here in so many ways. But I'll be honest, date, lume plots, you get a beautiful shade of green. Would you call this olive? Brandon is our color guy.
Yeah, I think that's a very good description. It's a very olive green.
That case size, you're right about the thickness, or maybe not the thickness on it. That is beautiful.
Really thin. The 38 millimeter range is a very nice case size. It's not too big if you don't like big watches. It's not too small if you don't like small watches. It's kind of the real middle of the road.
It wears a little smaller than what I would have thought a 38 is. I have a 36 on right now, but maybe it's just the gold all around, and perhaps it's just the strap kind of where it takes place on the wrist. See?
It doesn't feel small at all. I think it actually fits really nicely.
A universal wear for anyone, which I love.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Aquanauts they're popular, right?
Yeah.
They're very hype right now. And I think for good reason. It's a really, really nice watch.
It would not be my first choice from Patek, but...
if you want one and you want something a little different, this is an amazing choice.
That's actually pretty wearable too. It would go with a lot.
Very wearable, yeah.
I'm making the case for it now.
Yeah, exactly. If you're trying to make a statement, you want something that not everyone else has, something you don't see every day, a little more elevated with the diamonds. Personally, my favorite part is the green, the dial, and the strap, the way they go together. You know, it has that traditional Aquanaut look and feel, but elevated with the diamonds. Just a gorgeous watch. This is one that I see someone wearing, and we have to talk.
The best part about these watches, as always, is that these are new into us today. So by the time that this goes live, they will be live on Bob's Watches. This is on the site
for sale or sold already. I don't know. A lot of times things go pretty quickly.
Good stuff does go quickly here, but be sure to head over to bobswatches.com/new arrivals to check them out. We also have our brand specific pages too, if you know exactly which one you're going towards, because we had 2 watches today.
I like this.
I think I could do this more often, maybe.
Watches, yeah.
If
they're this good, then I could see 2 watches.
If I had to choose my favorite, I think I'm most impressed with the Ultra Deep.
Oh.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised too. I'm pleasantly surprised, I would say. Yeah.
I think your knowledge on it helps a lot, but also just the wearability on my wrist is crazy to me.
Yeah.
And knowing that somebody could, function in a really fun hobby like diving in that thing, you don't have to wear it diving, but you could. And that's what makes it awesome.
And if you have a Rolex Deep Sea and it's just not enough water resistance for you, which I don't know who that is, but if you are that person,
I'll be honest too,
we have you covered.
It's the titanium. I am not that familiar with titanium pieces yet, and maybe it's time that I start to navigate towards more. I think they're great.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, guys, we will be back with a fresh episode of What's in the Box soon, so be sure to check our page for a new episode before too long. Otherwise, be well.